Welcome everybody to a new podcast of TJ Sports Studio. Welcome, my name is Abbink. I'm reporting for TJ Sports Studio. Um, Welcome to the show. And as well as you know, we love to do predictions here on our channel. And I thought, well, the football season has just started. It's a long time I actually done a football podcast. So I thought, well, let's do one. And we're going to do predictions on who's going to be the champions of this end of the season. I know it's a very long prediction. It's very difficult to say because becoming champions is not only having a good team, but also make sure you have um, so less injuries as possible, so you can play with the same squad, get routine. And if you get injuries, you also have great subs to replace them. The problem always with subs is always what I say is that they don't play all the time. They have to get used to get into the routine if they get it. But that's another story. I've been looking a little bit through the leagues, looking at squads, looking at from statistics. They'll be mostly based on our predictions. And well, we're going to make some predictions. And let's start with the biggest league of them all, as we see that, and that's in England. I'll be thinking I think it's going to be the two teams is going to fight for the title. That's Liverpool and Manchester City as the last season. However, I think that Manchester City will be lifting up the gold again. In the preseason, I think Liverpool dropped some points, some major things, but it can also be because of the exhaustion of the last season. You know, they played a very long time, and then you have only a few weeks rest, and so I can be wrong on it. But at the moment, I will say Manchester City. I'll go along with. I think Pep Guardiola is a great trainer, coach. So is Jurgen Klopp. So I'm not going to debate on that matter. So yeah. We're going to Germany. Well, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with Bayern München at this point. I think a lot of people have quit and gone. Quality players like Arjen Robben comes to mind, Ribéry comes to mind. The thing is, they didn't really replace it back with quality. Yeah, there was talk about Sane, and they're still hoping, but I doubt it how long that has now been going and back and forward. I think he will stay with Manchester City at this moment, and it's a gone. Bayern München, it is a great team, and they have the quality and the experience. However, yeah, father time is getting to you, and players are getting older. Some even already now quit, as I said. Arjen Robben quit this summer. Just a name, a quality name, and that you lose, and that's very hard to fill up again. So I think, and the thing is, Borussia Dortmund is where I'm putting my money on, actually, and I said that also last season, they were coming close, but they're coming closer, is they have a more younger team, more violent, and they're coming slowly, they're building on the road to becoming bigger. I think this season we'll see a new champion in Germany under the name of Borussia Dortmund. Italy, I think in Italy, they have some great football teams. Don't get me wrong; it's a great league, but their one is sticking out with head and shoulders so much. It's a dynasty becoming towards the quality they have. They don't really have much competition at this point, and that's what I'm talking about. Is the team Juventus, and they will be lifting up the trophy at the end of the season. Barcelona will be becoming the champions of Spain at this moment. I think they've done some great business, especially signing Frankie de Jong from Ajax. I think he's a major talent, a player to look forward to keep your eye on in the future of the world of football. Um, he signed a great deal, I think, plus the combination with Griezmann. Now, we're going to have to keep a little bit eye on what is going to happen between Atletico and Barcelona. I think that is a little bit more drama from Atletico's side. I'm not taking it serious. I don't think any judge will touch that. A deal is a deal, and if you agree on it, and even if it's just a sign-out bonus, still you agree on to go along. I think that is then, and you say suddenly you want more money. Yeah, the thing is, I think, and that's the problem with football today, it's more becoming about money than football. And that's a shame. Okay, so I will say put my money on Barcelona. All right, the Netherlands, I think Ajax, the competition PSV, actually what they bought in is a little bit of a letdown. They rented out a striker. The main striker has been sold to Sevilla, Luc de Jong. They didn't really replace those people. Lozano is still uncertain. He still could go. And there's action on the horizon to replace these strikers. And yeah, you still need strikers to score. I was watching the Super Cup, and I actually was really disappointed what I saw from PSV. I think Ajax has signed some players. I don't really know them, that I'll be honest. But on the money they have and the quality they have, the title will probably go to Ajax. All right, Denmark. I will go with FC Copenhagen. I think they have the most quality at this point. Of course, you have to take a look at Midtjylland. Always doing along there in Denmark, but at this moment I will say put my money on FC Copenhagen. On Belgium, what I saw this weekend of it, Club Brugge was way more dominant, and the Anderlecht lost already the first match at home. Even they have some great team. Anderlecht is a great team, and don't underestimate them. But it seems somehow Anderlecht has the last few years been failing, and that is going again. Racing Genk is, I believe, the champions at the moment. But somehow says in my heart Club Brugge. All right, in Russia, we're going with Zenit St. Petersburg. Always a team you can count on, always put your money on that. There's always a reliable point. Last year they didn't become champions. I think they become number 2. No, they become number 1. They became champions. Okay, they became champions. So yeah, see them winning again. France, definitely Paris Saint-Germain. They are so huge in France. There is no competition. I can remember some years ago. They were playing a top match against AS Monaco, and when AS Monaco was still doing great, AS Monaco was number 2, and Paris Saint-Germain was number 1, and Paris Saint-Germain just blasted them with 7-1. I mean, if you are winning so big from the competition, that is a saying that the league is only one club based. They don't have competition, and I think it's because, let's be honest, the money they have from Qatar, the oil money, the sheep money, as that's called, that's coming in. You make a huge dent, you make a difference, and it's getting a little bit boring, to be quite honest. France is a very boring league at the moment. There's no way, no competition, and yeah. All right, Portugal. Yeah, I would say FC Porto. I'm not so fond anymore of the Portugal league. I think they had in the past great football, but it's becoming more rough and more hard football. All right. All these countries I just named are in the GTA Sports Studio Club Mill ranking list that we just picked them from. What you can find on our website, gtasportstudio.com, and then go underneath ranking. You can see all the rankings. We only have football up at the moment. I can tell you there's coming more sports with rankings. So we're creating our own ranking list. And I'll explain you one day why we did this. But yeah, now run a little bit and I'll get to that. All right, the Champions League, of course, don't forget about that. I have to hard to define actually a winner for this, and I think the battle will go between Juventus and Barcelona. That I think is definitely the case. Is of course the luck of the draw, because it can easily be that they meet each other in the playoffs, and then is it and not in the final. And what will happen there? Who will go forward? I think from those two, there comes a winner. I think those are the strongest teams at this moment. You can say, yeah, but last year it was all English teams. I'm aware of that, but I think at the moment what both teams have been buying in for talent, it really gives a hard competition toward the English teams. Yeah. All right. The Europa League looks a little bit through the teams. I'm a little bit disappointed with Arsenal at the situation, what they've been buying in. They have some great football players, maybe they will come far, but I will put my money on Sevilla. Sevilla has always been actually a great team. Always been along in the top one last 5-6 years, several times the Europa League. The thing is, what we don't know with the Europa League is what for teams we're getting still in from the Champions League. But at this moment, I would say definitely my money goes to Sevilla. These are the predictions for football season. I'm always curious what you think. What teams will be champions on the end of the season? Put them in the comment box underneath, and I'm really looking forward to hear and see what you think about the end of the season. It's just a prediction. The case is, and I'll say that honest, if there comes some severe injuries with the team on some top players, it can change a lot. It can have a lot of influence. So that's hard to say. We can't look at that. I'm just looking at the moment on statistics. Now, I'm doing some blogs. You can find us, of course, on the main website, gjasportstudio.com, with all the latest sports news 24/7 around the clock. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/gjasportstudio. Twitter we are on @gjasportstudio. vk.com/gjasportstudio. gjasportstudio.tumblr.com we're also on. Here on a YouTube channel, youtube.com/gjlivetube. And we are on Pinterest, pinterest.com/gjlivetube. That's where you can find us. I'm looking forward to hear from you guys. What do you think is going to be champion? Who is going to win the leagues? Let me know. Put them in the comment box or tweet them to us at @gjasportstudio. Take care. My name is JJ Abbink, and I'm reporting for GJ Sports Studio. Take care. Have a great day. Have a great football season, and I'll be soon back with a weekly podcast starting, I believe, this Thursday or the week after. I think it's the week after, what I just can hear. And then we're going to do with the top 5. And then we're doing every week the top 5 matches. What are the 5 matches you have to watch? It's going to be great. We're going to do a lot of podcasts again here on the channel. I'm looking forward to it every week. And we're just going to be audio for a while. That will not change. I think it's a great new way. And we can generate more podcasts in that way. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day, people. Ciao.